Hey guys, it's Bree. So today's video we're going to be doing my April TBR, of course using the TBR prompt jar, guys. I only have a couple prompts left in here, so very excited to see what is going to be chosen from this prompt jar. I do need to refill it, but we shall do that later on. But with this, I'm going to go ahead and, of course, jump right into all the good stuff. And let's talk about, of course, the book that I have decided to... One, I started already, and I'm carrying over from last... Well, technically, I didn't carry over from last month because I did start it today, which is April 1st. Technically the first book of this TBR is Sights and Sparrows by Bryn Weaver. This is the last book in the Ruminous Love trilogy. I'm already 100 pages in, guys, and I'm loving the chaos already. So more than likely, she will be read pretty quickly. So that one is one that, of course, I'm going to end up loving. I also kind of want to... I don't know if I want to put it on the TBR just yet because I don't have it in my hands, but it's Sweet Obsessions by Katie Roberts. That comes out literally today on April 1st, and I'm waiting for it to come in the mail. So that one I may either read this month or next month, depending on how soon I get it into my hands. But anyways, with that, let's not lollygag any longer, and let's go ahead and choose the first prompt of today's TBR. Of course, we shall see if I can finish off series and stuff like that. That's always my goal. But anyways, so the first prompt we have is going to be... Ooh, the book you've had the longest on your TBR. Ooh. What's the book I've had the longest? I think if we're thinking about books I've had the longest, it's either Electra by Jennifer Saint or The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Those two are the ones I've probably had the longest on my TBR. Or Your Fault, I believe I've also had for a long time as well. But those two are like the top two contenders. I'm not gonna lie. If we're gonna go with the one I think I know they had the longest, I think we're gonna go with Jennifer Saint for this one, guys, because I really, really do want to finish this one more than anything, because I really did enjoy Jennifer Saint's, like I said, Ariane. I really enjoyed it, and I've already read the prologue, and I'm very intrigued after reading the prologue for this, because like I said, I love Greek mythology, and I think it's very, it's very, very interesting to me majority of the time, and I don't know much about Electra, like this particular story in Greek mythology, so we shall see going into this how I feel. So yeah, let's go ahead and put Electra back onto the TBR. She's technically a carryover now from last month, but anyways, we're gonna go ahead and put her into the pile and then go on to prompt number 2. And Electra is also, like I said, one of my top 15 to read for the year, so that one needs to be read no matter what. So on to prompt number 2. Ooh, read the last book in a series. So the last book in a series, I think for this one, I feel like it should be one of my fantasy series, because I really do need to get through those. You know what? I think my heart probably cannot take it putting it on here, but I think that it needs to be done. And we need to put Foul Heart Huntsman by Chloe Gong, guys. Foul Heart Huntsman has been on multiple TBRs, and I have not read it because I'm just not ready to get rid of this world and stuff like that. But it was one that, I'm not gonna lie, I was ready to read, and I still have yet to read, like most of the books on this TBR. This is one I'm really excited for. Like I said, she's a little bit chunky, but I feel like I can get through her. That's the one thing I will say about Chloe Gong's books, that it takes me a while to get into them. It does, and then like I said, takes me a while to, like, end up reading it and stuff like that. So that's why I'm always apprehensive of going into one of her books. But like I said, this is a series I do really want to finish, and a book I really want to get into, because I was so excited whenever it came out, because this came out in 22, I think. Oh, wait, how long did this come out? Oh, 2023. Oh, so has this one... Have I had it? I think I've had these. Actually, that's a lie. Actually, we're backtracking everything I just said, if we're being completely honest. Oh, never mind. Jennifer Saint, this one came out in 2022. Okay. I thought I've had this one longer than Electra, but I think Electra I have had longer. So, I'm not gonna lie. These two are probably around the same time. But of course, Foul Heart Huntsman by Chloe Gong. We're gonna go ahead and put her onto TBR, guys, so we can try to finish her. Very, very sad, but I'm very, like I said, I really need to get into it because it's a series that it's a conclusion that I feel like I'm gonna end up loving, but we shall see. Anyways, let's go on to prompt number 3. So prompt number 3 is, set in a school or college. Okay, set in a school or college. The one, of course, there's the Boys of Tommen series, which I did read the first 2 books in the Boys of Tommen series, but I'm keeping myself a break from that series because it was good, but it was too much for me, the first 2 books. So I don't want to be too emotionally damaged. We had the Lancaster Prep series as well. We also have Nightfall by Penelope Douglas, which is not, well, technically it is set in a school, but that is one of them. I know we also have Daydream somewhere by Hannah Grace. Is it down here? Yes. Daydream by Hannah Grace, which probably, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and choose this one, guys, because I really do want to finish off this series. I think there is one more book that is in this series. I honestly do not know. I've done my research. It said that there is another Maple Hills book coming out, but I really don't know if that's confirmed or not, if we're being completely honest. But yeah, this is one I really want to read because it's Henry. It was one of the releases last year I was very excited for. I haven't gotten to it, and I need me a fluffy romance, guys, so why not? Let's go ahead and put Daydream onto the TBR and go on to prompt number 4. My legs are already starting to hurt as it is, so let's go into prompt number 4. So, a book you soft DNF'd. Okay, so a soft DNF book. I have actually a good amount of books that I have soft DNF'd. These are books I knew I for sure wanted to come back to after soft DNFing them. So let's go ahead and get into the pile really quickly and see what's on here. So first we have is The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, which is the 5th book in the Chronicles of Narnia. We had Destroy the Day with Bridget Kimmerer. We're not going to talk about her. We also have Howl's Moving Castle. I have yet to get into Howl's Moving Castle. I think I was only 30 pages in. I'm 26 pages in. And I stopped reading it because I kind of got bored. But I also really do want to read it because I've heard it's really good. And I also want to watch the movie. So that's why I got that one. Manslaughter Park by Treza Price. I don't know where the bookmark is to this one. So we may have to restart her. Unless I remember what page, around what page. I'm not gonna lie. I think I stopped at around 20 pages in. And then we have Foxglove by by Adeline Grace, which is also one I'm really wanting to get into because I'm 70 pages into this one. So yeah, this one, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of these I need to finish anyways so that I can get my bookmarks back from these books. Actually, where is it at? Was it Check and Mate? I know I have one more. Actually, Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. Where is that book? Oh, it's right here. Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I also soft DNF too, so this one is also in the pile. This one I put a little thingy for the bookmark. I don't know, guys. There's a lot of good options. We have, of course, some fantasies, some mysteries in here as well, and then we have a little contemporary romance. I think for this one, I think we're gonna go ahead and do Foxglove for this, guys, because I was really into this one, and I stopped reading it only because I was in the middle of reading the Devil's Night series, and I could not get that series out of my head. That I ended up continuing it, and I ended up soft DNFing this one because I really wasn't in the mood for it, and I didn't want to force myself to read it if I wasn't in the mood for it. But knowing me, I feel like after I get to the 100-page mark in this book, I'm going to probably fly through the rest of it. And I'm just excited to just go ahead and finish this because I really did enjoy the first book. The first book was so good. And like I said, stuff is going on in this one, so we shall see what happens. And especially because I really do want to read Wisteria, because we get a lot more Blythe in this one. Is it Blythe? Is that how you say her name? In this one, compared to the first book as well. So either way, I'm hyped getting back into the series. So yeah, so Foxglove by Adeline Grace will be the one I choose for the books I have soft DNF'd. I really wanted to do Destroy the Day, if we're being completely honest, but we already put Falhar Huntsman on here, and I don't need 2 chunky books. Anyways, let's go on to prompt number 5. So prompt number 5 is Ooh, a one-word title. Okay, so a one-word title is I think we have Nightfall by Penelope Douglas. And I know I literally just said I don't want another chunky book on this TBR, but she needs to be read. She really does need to be read. Like I said, a lot of these books need to be read, but this one needs to be read. I'm not gonna lie, I've been engulfed in this book trying to get engulfed in this book for a while, and I need to read it so bad. And then I also have, where is it at? Oh, it's right here. We also have Twisted by Emily McIntyre, which is the 4th book in the Never After series. Ooh, this is gonna be hard because these two, they're both dark romances. They're both continuing on series that I really love. This one's concluding a series. This one's continuing on a series, but I think we're probably gonna go ahead and go with Twisted for this one. Even though I'm not gonna lie, I may just read Nightfall. We shall see. I'm not gonna lie. I've been going off the rails with my TBR, so we may go off the rails with this one depending. But I do really want to try to get through the rest of the rest of the Never After series. So let's go ahead and do Twisted. And this one is Aladdin reimagining, I believe. And I think it's a marriage, like an arranged marriage, enemies to lovers, and stuff like that. So we shall see going into this how we are. So we're going to head and put that one into the pile and go on to prompt number 6. Okay, so prompt number 6 is a book with sprayed edges, guys. Okay, so a book with sprayed edges. A book with sprayed edges. Let me see what I have, because I'm not gonna lie. One of the books I think of automatically is God of Malice, which is the Legacy of God series. But I decided I need to finish at least the Double Nine series before starting that series, so that is one that I'm holding off for now. What do we have over here? Ooh, you know what? Oh, actually, it's behind. Is it behind here? Where is it at? This is one I really want to start. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I want to start it because I already have another Greek mythology book on here, but I'm very interested in it. So let me go ahead and put this back on to the shelf. I believe this is the start of a series. I'm not for sure. It's the Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen. This one, I'm not gonna lie, this was definitely a cover buy for. Look at these edges. I mean, they're technically stenciled, but they're still colored edges. They are gorgeous. This one, like I said, I believe is Greek it's Greek mythology based. This is a stunning book in general, but it's one, I'm not gonna lie, I was really intrigued by whenever I saw it, and it's one I recently was thinking about again as well. So I feel like this one is one I really want to get into, and it's a little bit more, I feel like it's like a little bit of a palette cleanser compared to what I've been reading so far. So yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and put the Games God Play onto the TBR. I believe this is a series. Is it a series? I really do not know if this is a series or not. We shall see going into this. This is a series. But either way, it's one I really do want to read. Of course, like every book I see on my TBR, I do really want to read this one. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this one onto the TBR and go into the next prompt. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. So prompt number 7. Ooh, hopefully there is enough prompts left in here. Okay, so prompt number 7. Ooh, a new author. Of course, I have abundance of new authors in my TBR, so I know for sure I'm gonna find one that I really want to read. I'm trying to pick books that are here as well, because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these are books of series. But like I said, I'm not too upset with starting a new series right now, so it's okay. But either way, I feel like I need something light, maybe a little bit light and fluffy with this one. You know what? Let's go with a cute little romance. So this is Make It Sweet by Kristen Callahan. This one was one I got in a blind date with the book, and I have yet to really choose it for a TBR. It sounds really cute, really fluffy, so I feel like it's one I need for like a little cute palette cleanser between a lot of the fantasies and stuff that I have on here. And like I said, it just looks really, really sweet. It has to do with, I think, an actress. and then a ex-hockey player who I believe is a baker or something like that. I don't know. It sounds really cute. So let's see, guys. Let's see what this is all about. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this one onto the TBR. Like I said, I'm really intrigued by that one. So let's go into prompt number 8. Prompt number 8. Okay, so prompt number 8 is going to be a book with a map in it. Okay, so a book with a map in it. More than likely is going to be a fantasy, of course. Does this have a map in it? No, I don't think I want that one. Ow, my leg is starting to hurt. Like always. Let me see. Yes, it has a map in it. Okay, so the book that I'm thinking of is Beneath These Cursed Stars by Lexi Ryan. This one is... It's in the same world as these Twisted Bonds and these Hollow Vows, that duology. And I'm really excited for this one, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know 100% what it's about. All I heard is that it was from the same world, and I was like on board with it. And it is fantasy, of course. Why not just add another fantasy onto this list and see what happens? But yeah, this one, of course, does have a map. Let me go ahead and show y'all. Right there. That has a little mapping there. Yeah, really to see, especially after reading the duology. I'm really interested to see, going back into this world, what's happening. Because I believe this has Misha and Jaslyn. Was Jaslyn the sister? I'm trying to remember if Jazz was a sister. I think she was. I'm not 100% sure if I remember, even though that was like the whole fucking plot of the last book and stuff like that. But anyways, let's go ahead and put Beneath These Cursed Stars by Lexi Ryan onto the TBR and go on to the next prompt. 6, 7, 8. So prompt number 9. So prompt number 9. Ooh, we only have 3 prompts left, guys. I may do all of them. We shall see. Ooh, a book set in a magical world. So we got another fantasy, guys. Okay, so what do we want to choose for this one? I feel like I said, I don't really want to choose. I want to choose a new series, but at the same time, I know I shouldn't choose a new series. So, oh my gosh, what should we choose? What should we choose? What should we choose? What's behind here? I don't really know if any of these scream magical world, but okay, so what's behind here? Sky in the Deep. None of those are really screaming magic to me, so oh my gosh, go get back in there. Maybe To Kill a Shadow, perhaps. I don't know. This is very hard, to be honest, because it's a lot different than I would think it would be to figure out a magic world. Autumn's Trader, of course, is in a magical world. The Summer Queen technically is in Massachusetts, but also could be considered a magical world as well. A Tempest in Tea. Would you consider this magical? I know it has vampires in it, but other than that, I don't know. Ooh, I think we may go. Okay, so this is probably going to be another carryover from last month. Is A Fragile Enchantment by Alison Soft. Like I said, this is one I really do want to get to, of course. And like I said, it's also a YA standalone, so I'm not going to be invested too much into a series with this one as well. Yeah, let's just go ahead and go with this one as another one that I'm carrying over from last month, because you know what, I am chaotic like that. And then let's go ahead, you know what, let's go ahead and just choose the last 2 prompts. We might as well to see what chaos I'm gonna get into myself. Okay, so the first one, is a book set in Europe. A book set in Europe. I know for sure The Nightingale is set in Europe. I also know for sure Radio Silence is set in Europe. But I don't know if there's any other book that is set in Europe around here. Huh. Oh, Saving Six is set in Europe as well. Oh gosh, so that one's gonna be a little bit harder to figure out. We may, if we want to keep it light, I'm not gonna lie, we're probably gonna have to keep it light and fluffy, even though I do want to read The Nightingale. And let's go ahead and do Radio Silence by Alice Osman. Radio Silence is one that I wanted to read for so long. Of course, like I said that with every second book. But Radio Silence is one I've been wanting to read, and I've got it for Christmas. And I'm so excited for it. So yeah, let's go ahead and put Radio Silence on for that prompt, and then let's read the last prompt. Ooh, a YA novel. Okay, so another YA, guys, another choice. Basically, I can choose whatever I want with this one. Okay, so YA. I'm not gonna lie, I am gravitating towards Aristotle and Dante and the Secrets of the Universe, because this was on my TBR a couple months ago and I didn't get to it, but it is one I do want to read. We also have The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Penn, which is a good contemporary. I feel like we should go with a contemporary for this one though, since we have so many fantasies. What else is over here? Unless we go with like The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Audier is also one I do want to get into. We also have Sky in the Deep, which that one is a different type of fantasy, so it's not going to be too crazy. Oh, we also have All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace, but I already have Foxglove, so I don't want to put another Alan Grace novel on here. We also have Bring Me Your Midnight by Rachel Griffin, also one I really want to get into. This one's more witchy and stuff like that. I think if we want to play it safe, we should do Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. Because like I said, if we want to play it safe, if we want to go into a good YA novel, I feel like this is going to be a good one. It is also, of course, like I said, contemporary. We need a good contemporary in our lives, so I feel like this is one to choose. So yeah, this is going to be the final book of the TBR, guys, and that is a hefty TBR that we are getting into. It is a total of 11, technically. I mean, if we want to add Sweet Obsession on here, 12, so it's a little bit more, but it is okay. We have some good reads, hopefully, coming in with these ones. So, and I will say with this, will I stick to this TBR? I honestly do not know, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been going off the radar with my TBRs a little bit lately. So depending on what I read, we may go off a little bit. So let's go ahead, of course, do a rapid fire recap of the TBR. So of course we already have what I've already started is Sighs and Sparrows by Bryn Weaver. This is the final book in the Ruminous Love trilogy. Very excited about that one. Like I said, I'm more than likely going to love it. More than likely going to end up finishing it soon. Then we, of course, have Electra by Jennifer Saint. Then from there, we have Foul Heart Huntsman by Chloe Gong, which is the final... Is it called the Shikai Nights series by her? I don't really remember, but this one, of course, going to be ending off a world that I love for me. Then we have Daydream by Hannah Grace, which is the third book in the Maple Hill series. We have Foxglove, which is the second book by Adeline Grace, which is the second book in the Belladonna series trilogy, which I'm very excited for because the novella comes out. When does the novella come out? Holly? I don't remember when it comes out, but I want to read, at least finish the series before that one comes out. Then we have Twisted by Emily McIntyre, which is the fourth book in the Never After series. We have The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen. Guys, I am tired. We already know I'm getting delusional with that. By Abigail Owen. I don't know if this is a series or not. I believe it is. I will do my research on that and get back to you with that. Then we have Make It Sweet by Kristen Callahan. That one, like I said, I'm really intrigued to see. Then we have Beneath These Cursed Stars by Lexi Ryan, which is a standalone, I believe. And then A Fragile Enchantment by Alison Soft, also a standalone. We have Radio Silence by Alice Osman, and then we have Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, which is a duology, but like I feel like with this one I may get through it pretty quickly if it is something I, of course, I'm going to put my mind to. But yeah, guys, that is going to be my April TBR. Like I said, of course, I decided to get chaotic and add more books onto this TBR, even though I don't need all of them. Will we stick to the TBR this month, guys? I have no idea, but we shall see going into it. Let me know down below what your TBR is looking like, guys. And I'm not gonna lie, I am going to be doing a recap of a wrap up of the last 3 months of reading because I haven't had time to do it. So as you can see behind me, these are all the books that I need to recap for the next couple months. So with that being said, I am going to log off, guys, because my legs are hurting. It is time for bed for me, and I will see y'all guys in the next video. Bye.